simply cannot wait to have lots of mind-blowing moments in Paris soon. The City of Love and Light is gearing up to host the biggest sporting event in the world, the Olympic Games. With just a year to go until the next Olympic Games in Paris, let's take a sneak peek at some of the most iconic venues that will be hosting the world's top athletes. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to attend an Olympic event in one of the most beautiful cities in the world? Which venues will make the cut as the most memorable and iconic locations for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games? Let's find out together. Just like in the past Olympic Games, the host city's most recognizable buildings and landmarks will play a crucial role in the events, leaving spectators in awe of the athletic excellence on display. Paris, being a city with a rich history and culture, has no shortage of iconic venues that will add to the legacy of the Olympic Games. So get ready to discover where the world's top athletes will compete in 2024. On number 11, we have Roland-Garros Stadium. The Roland-Garros Stadium, with its legendary sports complex, has a rich history that spans 95 years and has witnessed some of the greatest moments in tennis history, such as Rafael Nadal's first tournament win in 2005 and the classic battle between Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova in the 1985 final. Spread over 12 hectares, the venue is named after the French aviator Roland-Garros and boasts 18 clay courts, including the Simone Mathieu and Suzanne Lenglen courts, which will host the tennis events at Paris 2024. The Philippe Chatrier court, which has witnessed some of the most historic matches in tennis, will also host boxing and tennis events at the upcoming Games. With a seating capacity of 34,000, this iconic venue is set to be one of the most exciting destinations for sports fans during the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Can you guess number 10? On the 10th number, we have Parc des Princes. The Parc des Princes, located in Paris and with a capacity of 47,926, is one of the iconic football stadiums in France. Designed by architect Roger Telebert, who also designed Montreal's Olympic Stadium, it has been the home of Paris Saint-Germain since 1974. This legendary stadium has witnessed many historic football moments, including matches played by the French national football and rugby teams, and major international competitions, such as the 1998 Football World Cup and the Euro 2016 Football Championship. For Paris 2024, the Parc des Princes will be one of the venues for the football tournament. Place de la Concorde stands on number 9. The Place de la Concorde, located at the eastern end of the Champs-Élysées, is not only one of the largest public squares in Paris, but also a site of great historical significance. It played a pivotal role in the French Revolution and has served as the entry point for major international expositions and national celebrations. For Paris 2024, the Place will host the urban sports of BMX freestyle, skateboarding, breaking, and 3-on-3 basketball, bringing the excitement of the Olympic Games to the heart of the city from Saturday 27 July to Saturday 10 August, with a capacity of 30,000. This iconic location is set to provide a spectacular backdrop for these dynamic and exciting events. On number 8, we have Stade Vélodrome. Located in Marseille, Stade Vélodrome is one of the two venues chosen to host the Paris 2024 Games in the city, the other being the Marseille Marina for sailing events. The stadium, with a capacity of 67,394, will be the perfect venue to host part of the football competition. Since its construction in 1937, Stade Vélodrome has been the home ground of Marseille's professional football team, Olympiques de Marseille. Additionally, it has played host to various matches for the French national teams, along with all the major competitions organized in France since the first half of the 20th century. These include the 1938 and 1998 Football World Cups, the 1984 and 2016 European Football Championships, and the 2007 Rugby World Cup. On number 7, we have Grand Palais. For Paris 2024, the Grand Palais will host two Olympic sports, fencing and taekwondo. The stunning venue, which was built for the Universal Exhibition in 1900, boasts a magnificent nave and glass roof and is listed as a historic monument by the French Ministry of Culture. In addition to serving as a museum, art gallery, and concert hall, the Grand Palais has also been used as a sports venue in the past, hosting the 2010 World Fencing Championships and serving as part of the final stage of the Tour de France in 2017. With a capacity of 8,000 spectators, the Grand Palais will provide a beautiful and intimate setting for some of the world's top fencers and taekwondo athletes to compete at the highest level during the games. Can you guess number 6? Hint: it has one of the 7 wonders of the world. Champ de Mars Arena and Eiffel Tower Stadium. The Champ de Mars, a public park in Paris, will serve as a venue for the Olympic Games in 2024. This area, which was once used as a military training ground, is located between the Eiffel Tower and the École Militaire. 2 sporting facilities will be built on the Champ de Mars for the event: the Champ de Mars Arena and the Eiffel Tower Stadium. The Champ de Mars Arena, a temporary structure covering 10,000 square meters, will be situated opposite the École Militaire and will host the judo and wrestling competitions. Meanwhile, the beach volleyball competition will take place at the Eiffel Tower Stadium, where athletes will have a stunning view of the iconic Parisian landmark. Number 5. Esplanade des Invalides. The historic Esplanade des Invalides will be the venue for the archery competition at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. The Esplanade is a vast lawn area situated on the north side of the Hôtel des Invalides, a complex of buildings that have a rich military history. Originally built in 1687 during the reign of Louis XIV, the complex now houses museums, monuments, a hospital, and a retirement home for war veterans. The site is also home to the final resting place of Napoleon Bonaparte in the Dôme des Invalides. Additionally, the Esplanade will be the finish line for the marathon event at the Games, adding to the historical significance of this venue for the 2024 Olympics. Number 4. Château de Versailles. The Château de Versailles, with its iconic palace and gardens, will provide a stunning backdrop for the equestrian and modern pentathlon events of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. The outdoor arena will be built on the Étoile Royale Esplanade located to the west of the Grand Canal in the heart of the palace's gardens. The dressage, eventing, cross-country, and jumping competitions, as well as the modern pentathlon events, excluding the fencing ranking rounds, will be hosted at the venue, which can accommodate between 15,000 to 40,000 spectators depending on the event. On number 3, we have Chopu. Our next stop for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games is Chopu, Tahiti, a village on the southwestern coast of the beautiful island of Tahiti, which is an overseas collectivity of France in the South Pacific Ocean, with a capacity of 600. Chopu is known for having one of the most spectacular waves in surfing, making it the perfect location for the surfing competitions of the Games. This decision is in line with Paris's 2024 vision of spreading the Games across France and engaging French overseas territories and their communities in the Olympic spirit. On number 2, we have Yves du Manoir Stadium. Paris 2024 will see Stade Yves du Manoir host Olympic events for the second time in its history, as it stages the hockey competition. The stadium was opened in 1907 and was renovated for the Paris 1924 Olympics, where it was used as the primary arena for the Games. It hosted a range of events including athletics, cycling, horse riding, gymnastics, tennis, football, rugby, and modern pentathlon. The stadium is now used for rugby, football, and athletic events and has a capacity of 15,000. It also hosted the final of the 1938 FIFA World Cup between Italy and Hungary. And on number 1, we have one of the only 2 stadia in the world to have hosted both a Football World Cup final and a Rugby Union World Cup final. Stade de France. With a capacity of 77,083, the stadium will host 2 of the most exciting sports at the Olympics, athletics and rugby sevens. Originally built for the 1998 Men's FIFA World Cup, the stadium has since been a symbol of French sporting excellence, hosting major sporting events over the years. Le Blues' historic victory over Brazil in the 1998 World Cup final remains one of the most unforgettable moments in the stadium's history. Not only is the Stade de France one of the most iconic sporting venues in France, but it's also the largest with a capacity of 77,083. The stadium has hosted numerous major sporting events, including the UEFA Champions League finals in 2000, 2006, and 2022. 7 matches at UEFA Euro 2016, the 2003 World Athletics Championships, and 1999-2007, and the upcoming 2023 Rugby World Cup. For Paris 2024, the arena will play host to the athletics and rugby sevens competitions, showcasing the finest athletes from around the world. As we wrap up our tour of the Olympic venues for Paris 2024, we hope you've enjoyed this sport crawl around the city. From the Champ du Mars to the Chateau de Versailles, and from the waves of Chapeau to the historical Stade Yves Dumanoir, Paris 2024 promises to be a truly Olympic experience. So let's judo our calendars, mark the dates, and get ready to cheer on the world's finest athletes as they sprint, dive, shoot, and swing their way to Olympic glory.